Happy Tuesday! You are watching our weather live stream. I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon in the First Alert Weather Center. Let's just get right to it. We got to talk about our next weather maker, and we've got showers and thunderstorms that are heading our way. And some of these storms could be on the heavy side as we go through this afternoon and into the beginning of tonight. Downpours, high winds. Even some small hail is a possibility. It's a moderate risk of severe weather on this First Alert Weather Day. And we'll be keeping an eye on those thunderstorms as they push in our direction. Now, we had some thunderstorms move through Iowa into southeastern Minnesota this morning. But as you look at First Alert Viper Max, those thunderstorms have really weakened. Now, there's a broad area of rain that's coming down in the Twin Cities into northwestern Wisconsin. Now, as this boundary pushes east into our direction, we're going to find thunderstorms reigniting this afternoon as they interact with the increasingly humid and unstable air. So it's just a matter of time before the thunder threat goes up for us. So here's a live view from our Green Bay sky cam. We've got some smoky sunshine. There's wildfire aloft in the atmosphere. Temperature is 74 degrees. See the dew point? 62. Oh boy. The air is noticeably more sticky now than it has been the past couple days when we had quote unquote a drier heat. So up to 78 at 10 o'clock. 81 your high around 1 o'clock this afternoon. By then we should cloud over. And then as the thunderstorms arrive in the latter half of the afternoon, our temperatures will fall back through the 70s. Again, a First Alert Weather Day for some heavy or strong thunderstorms. Our severe weather look here. We've got a level 1 risk of severe weather on our 1 to 5 severe weather scale. That's a marginal risk of severe weather. In other words, an iffy risk of severe weather. There could be an isolated severe storm or two as we go through this afternoon. So we've got this cold front that's pushing through, and that's going to help create the rain and the thunderstorms. Ahead of this boundary, there's a south to southwest wind, and it is siphoning in some humidity. That's what's going to cause these thunderstorms to really drop some heavy rain across the area. And that humidity is just helping to make the atmosphere more sticky and unstable. So here's a look at the dew point, tracking it hour by hour here on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. That dew point is going to rise into the upper half of the 60s late today. So we're definitely going to come down with a case of the muggies. Any smoky sun will disappear behind the thickening clouds. It looks mostly cloudy, 1 o'clock this afternoon. Now notice the showers and storms tend to push into the north woods initially, but really it's around and after 4 p.m. they develop farther south across the Fox Valley and in towards the lakeshore. I would say around 6 or 7 p.m. is when the heaviest weather is going to come over top of the Fox Cities, Fond du Lac, and Green Bay. After 8 o'clock, well, the showers and storms, at least the heavy stuff, is pushing off Lake Michigan shoreline, but the rain will continue kind of on and off for the rest of the night. There might be some embedded thunder in there as well, and the rain will be wrapping up as we go into the Wednesday morning commute. Between now and the end of Wednesday, we're looking at about an inch of rain across a good chunk of the area. Some folks a little more, some folks a little bit less. That Sheboygan total is really eye-popping, isn't it? Over 2 inches there. But really, these totals are very dependent on the exact track of these thunderstorms. If you get a heavy thunderstorm that tracks over top of where you live, don't be surprised if you pick up 1 to 3 inches of rain. If the heavier storms go around your towns and you get some lighter rain, well, your totals will probably fall shy of an inch. Temperatures right now are in the 70s, except for that fact we've got a 63 in Escanaba, and I do see there's more 60s up and down the Lake Michigan shoreline, but inland we're as warm as 78 degrees in Wapaka. The wind right now is out of the south and southwest around 10 to 15 miles an hour, and that's lifting that dew point into the lower half of the 60s. Whenever that dew point gets above 60, then most people will say that it's getting uncomfortable and you need to run that air conditioning, if you've got it. First Alert 7-day forecast, our super 7-day forecast. Today, 81, warm, windy, smoky, humid. We'll find that the showers and thunderstorms will be increasing as we go into the afternoon. There's a few showers in the forecast for Wednesday morning. Otherwise, we'll have the return of some smoky sunshine. And actually, I think the wildfire smoke might be worse tomorrow morning. This is a look at First Alert Pinpoint Predictor tracking the smoke near the ground, near the Earth's surface. And you can see that big area of black and gray. That's wildfire smoke behind the front that's going to be hovering near the ground. So I fully expect that an air quality advisory will be issued for the Fox Valley and over towards the lakeshore going into this afternoon and lasting for a good day, a good chunk of the day tomorrow, Wednesday, that smoke near the ground should be thinning out heading into Wednesday night. After that, we should see a mix of sun and clouds to wrap up the week. More sun on Thursday, more clouds on Friday, more sun returning on Saturday. And then Sunday, we'll have a chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, breezy, partly sunny with highs in the low 70s. So with heavy thunderstorms coming in later this afternoon, and perhaps parents with kids who have after-school activities, or perhaps you coming home from work later today, you want to keep an eye on what's going on with the weather. And I encourage you to do so by using our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. Our hour-by-hour forecast updates pretty much every 3 or 4 hours, and so it gives you the freshest information on when storms are expected to arrive and when they're expected to end. And of course, you can watch our videos describing what's going to happen with our thunderstorms and use our storm tracking tools so you can see where the storms are going, how intense they're going to be, and that way you are in the know before they ever show up. Plus, it's also nice to get those lightning push alerts delivered right to your smartphone or to your tablet. So again, WBAY First Alert Weather. All right, there's our First Alert live stream. And coming up in about 15, 20 minutes is Action 2 News Mid-Morning, our 9 a.m. show. Aisha Morales has stepped out of the Weather Center. She's around. She'll be back in kind of putting the cherry on the sundae, so to speak, on that 9 a.m. newscast. And we'll be giving that on the TV side coming up in about 15, 20 minutes. Otherwise, thanks for watching our First Alert Weather live stream. We hope to catch you this time tomorrow. Otherwise, have a super day, and thanks for tuning in.